we go. Okay, we're just gonna start. Hi, Grammy. Hi, Gray Moon. Hi, B. Wainscoat and Julian and Mary Lake. Thank you for coming. Today, we're gonna talk about Earl Grey, what makes the Earl Grey, and we're gonna get to know bergamot oil just a little bit. Bergamot it looks like a lumpy lime, and it has really beautiful flowers, very much like the flowers on an orange tree. But this is what the fruit looks like, and this essential oil is pressed from the peel. They take the meat out of the center and they put piles of fresh peel, not dried, fresh, on these big cold metal plates. And they crank it down and they crank it down and they press it, and the oil pours over the edges into containers underneath. And that's where the oil comes from, directly from the peel. You'll notice a couple letters after the name bergamot, FCF. That is a special expression of the essential oil, and it's processed one more time so that the bergaptine in the essential oil is removed so that you can use your bergamot oil without burning your skin. Bergamot essential oil is one of the essential oils that causes extreme photosensitivity. And if you use bergamot oil and you go out in the sun within a 24-hour period, the likelihood of you frying your skin to a bright red that peels deep and painful is more than 80%. Some of you who have really high tolerance to sun may not have this experience, but most people will have this experience. So I will remind you of this a couple of times as we go through the conversation on this essential oil. Hello, formerly Chris. Bergamot essential oil has anti-inflammatory properties and analgesic properties. We have some lemongrass here, but it should say bergamot. Bergamot oil provides a lot of relief for muscle pain, joint pain, and skin irritation. Bergamot is kind of a funny essential oil. It's a really wonderful skin oil, but it'll also cause you photosensitivity and risk for damage to your skin. So I'm going to keep repeating that. This is really effective for inflammation due to soft tissue damage or soft tissue injuries, like sprains or strains, and it's really nice to add into your massage oil when you have pain or swelling in an area. Light massage for pain and swelling, deep massage for things like sciatic pain. Bergamot oil reaches really deep into your tissues, and so it is a really fantastic reliever of deep nerve pain like sciatic pain, or deep muscle pain from weightlifting, overexertion, even for bone contusion. Bergamot oil is one that reaches really deeply for relieving pain. Inhalation therapy and skincare for bergamot oil. Bergamot is really great for those of us who have incredibly high levels of stress. This is a great oil for mental clearing without a feeling of sedation. This essential oil is great for any time of the day. Lemongrass, we talked about last month, is a morning oil because it's highly stimulating. Bergamot oil does not overstimulate, and it does not make you feel sedated. It's a nice neutral oil as far as energy level goes. If you use bergamot oil in your bath or in your shower to deepen your inhalation effect, make sure that you use the FCF bergaptine-free extraction if you think that you'll be exposed to the sun within a 24-hour period of time, because I don't want to see you get a sunburn. I've seen the sunburns from bergamot oil, and they're really deep, and you'll get blisters and you'll peel badly. Blended with hyssop oil, bergamot is a wonderful scar eraser. If you have um, keloid type scars, it helps to reduce the redness and the inflammation of that scar tissue. If you have finer scars, um, this is, it seems counterintuitive, but this is a wonderful oil for facial scars. You know, we don't want to expose our face to too much sun, but the healing that it does and the erasing of the fine line scars that you can have on your face that you would like to have blended away. Bergamot is a fantastic oil for that. I saw a question over here. What does it taste like? If you've ever had Earl Grey tea, bergamot is the oil that makes that tea taste fabulous and smell wonderful. From a black tea to fabulous. Bergamot oil is, it's floral, sort of like neroli, orange blossom. There's a little bit of that there. It's slightly citrus. It's not as citrus as an orange peel or a lemon or a lime peel. There's a slight sugar sweetness to it, and it's slightly green, not too terribly green. This might be my favorite bottle of bergamot. This is a new purchase from a new location in the world. This one comes from Sicily. Now, a little history about bergamot oil. You can find record of bergamot in China and Asia, but it is a Mediterranean plant, and it grows all in Italy and Sicily, Croatia, all in that area there. That is where this plant is natural to. Bergamot oil, if you want to balance out the oiliness of your hair, you can add a few drops of bergamot oil to the conditioner that you put in your hand. Don't put it in your bottle. Put some conditioner in your hand, a couple drops of bergamot oil, and put the conditioner in your hair and let it sit before you rinse it. Bergamot oil is a great mild astringent for oily complexion and oily hair. If you use bergamot oil on your face, add a carrier oil. I would recommend jojoba oil for this because jojoba oil is most like your skin's natural oils and waxes, and jojoba oil has some compounds in it that make it a natural sunscreen. So that'll help balance out some of the photosensitivity that you can get with the bergamot oil.
For deep scarring, what would you use as a carrier to mix with it?
For deep scarring, I would actually use castor oil. Get some sulfonated castor oil. You can get a little bottle of it at CVS for like $2.19. It's really inexpensive, but castor oil is fantastic at deep scarring. And mixed with bergamot, you're going to get some really good results. Mix it in. We'll go over the formula again, but 1 to 2 drops per tablespoon of oil, or 12 drops per ounce of essential oil to carrier oil. Is that helpful? Take if your scar is stiff, rub it in and do scar manipulation. Roll the skin and pull it and stretch it, and really kind of work at getting it into the tissue as well as beyond the tissue. Essential oils are very fine molecules, and they cross through your skin barrier all the way down into your nerves and muscles and into your capillaries and bloodstream. So, use your essential oils not just topically, but really work it in there so it has a chance to get underneath and underneath the scar and produce um, circulation, new circulation underneath to get more blood and nutrition flowing to the area for healing. Bergamot is a fantastic deodorant. It doesn't have the same bite as a lot of citrus oils will have. Citrus oils are often used in perfuming, and they're not always pleasant on every body chemistry, but bergamot doesn't have the same issues that orange oil or lime oil or even lemon oil will on your skin. It doesn't oxidize the same way. And it's a tick repellent, so you can put a little on your pet. If your pet has dark hair, if you have a fair-haired pet, I wouldn't put it on your pet because they'll get a sunburn too. Let's see. All right, bergamot oil is one of the oils that you can take internally. A couple of drops taken with food. Bergamot essential oil aids in digestion by activating the digestive enzymes, acids, and bile. It also synchronizes the peristaltic motion of the intestines and assists with elimination. So if you are going to ingest bergamot essential oil, I really recommend you stick around the house for a while until you've had a nice elimination because it works. Bergamot also assists in lowering the blood sugar. However, if you are diabetic, do not use this oil without a medical professional trained supervision for the purpose of lowering your blood sugar. You can lower it too much and cause yourself some trouble. So if you're a diabetic and you want to try this, I recommend that you get in touch with, your doctor or somebody like myself who's trained in essential oils and how to use them so that you don't crash your blood sugar and have serious health problems there. Soaking in the bath with bergamot oil will help ease gastric distress as well, and it is febrifuge. So if you are sick with a fever, bergamot is a really lovely way to bring down a fever without having the chills from other more mentholated oils like peppermint or rosemary. Sometimes when you've got the chills and the fever, it doesn't feel good to use a febrifuge that also makes your skin cold. Bergamot is a nice warming oil. So it'll feel good on your skin. It won't make you feel too cold. And the aroma of it and the settling of your stomach will help to improve your appetite so you can eat and get better. Here's a little recipe for you for a ginger bergamot bath. Put a tablespoon of coconut oil, 3 drops of ginger oil, and 5 drops of bergamot essential oil. Blend these well and swirl it around in your bath water once the water has stopped running. It's a warming, soothing, and can be fever reducing. So if you're not feeling wonderful at all, ginger oil and bergamot oil are a great way to bring your fever down and feel a little bit better. There are a couple of contraindications to use, but not many with bergamot oil. It's pretty safe overall essential oil for everything from ingestion, application, inhalation, except for a couple of things. If you're a diabetic, don't ingest this oil without supervision. And remember that this causes photosensitivity. This picture of the sunburn here is not nearly as bad as sunburn I have seen people get by using bergamot oil and forgetting that they have and going out in the sun. It's almost a deep purple burn. For mixing your blends, remember it's 1 to 2 drops of essential oil per tablespoon or 12 drops per ounce. And this is not an oil for children under the age of 6 years old. Their skin is very delicate and sensitive, and they're prone to burning anyway. So do not apply bergamot essential oil to kids under the age of 6. You can do inhalation therapy with them, no problem, but definitely not a topical oil for, or an oral oil for children under the age of 6. Bergamot oil blends well with lavender, clary sage, sweet orange, ginger, rose geranium, basil, rose oil, and frankincense. Bergamot and frankincense, and bergamot and lavender are two of my favorite combinations if you're doing a 2-oil blend. Start with equal numbers. Bergamot's a mid scent, a middle of the range scent. So you'll want to, if you're going to mix it with frankincense, frankincense will be heavier of a smell. You won't need as much of frankincense to blend it with, so you'll need a couple drops more of the bergamot. It's pretty even with lavender. It's pretty even with clary sage. It becomes base note to rose geranium, and it becomes base note to rose and basil. So have fun with your blending. And lastly, we have a little bit of magical information here for you. Bergamot is also comes under the zodiac sign for Gemini, and its planet is Mercury. It is an air element. And I use bergamot oil at root chakra and solar plexus. I feel that bergamot oil brings mental agility and clarity in preparation for divination and psychic work. It calms the mind and eases the spirit. It's great for use in spell work that include finding clarity, creating gratitude, regeneration from old to new, physical transformation, passion, beauty, stillness, and interpersonal connection. Those are the things that I would incorporate bergamot in my spell work. So that's what I have for bergamot. If you have any questions, I will read them out for you. Let's see. Julian, would tangerine work if you don't have sweet orange? Yes, tangerine would work if you don't have sweet orange. No, interest of stuff, you don't have to stick around. You're more than welcome to kick rocks. Gray Moon, blending essential oils and carrier. How can it best be achieved? Room temperature, heated on super low heat with a magnetic stirring machine. That's a good question. If you're using a solid oil like coconut oil, stir. Put your drops in and stir. If you're using a liquid oil like jojoba oil, or if you're using apricot oil or hemp oil or anything that's liquid at room temperature, put your carrier oils in your bottle first, or in your container first, and then drop in your essential oils. I use small bottles with lids, 2 ml bottles, 5 ml bottles, 10 ml bottles. I keep empties of those around the house, but I do a lot of mixing and blending. You can get a couple of them, maybe 5 or 10 of them for very inexpensive through Amazon, and then you'll have a couple of them to have around as well. But put one oil in and shake it in. Give it 100 good shakes. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Then add your second oil. Count in your drops, put the lid on, and shake that in really good. It's called succussion, and it breaks down the essential molecules into the carrier oil and allows it to become a saturation, so it doesn't separate. So the more you shake it, the better off your blending is going to be, and the more likely it is to not separate. Sometimes essential oils will separate from the carrier oils because they are a different weight. But when you succuss them really good, the heat from your hands is warm enough to, you don't need to heat it over the stove. The heat from your hands is warm enough to help that process along. Well, a salt shaker, if you put some plastic over the top of it so that it doesn't come flying out the holes. You can use saffron oil, absolutely. You're welcome. Succussion is a great word. Any other questions? I just love this. I just love this oil.
I say please once.
What's that?
So I told a guy to please be nice in this room. Someone said
Once is enough. Second time is a second time is boot. Boot in the hooter. You know what? This will help give some pain relief to a torn rotator cuff. As you know, torn rotator, depending on how deep the tear is, generally some therapy, physical therapy, sometimes you can recover it. I recovered a torn rotator in my left, but had to have surgery in my right. But it will definitely give you some pain relief and reduce the inflammation. Reducing inflammation in a torn rotator is probably the biggest benefit you can do for creating healing in that area, because you have nerves and torn ligaments and things that get a lot of inflammation around them. There's pressure on them, and that pressure causes all that pain. So yeah, it will give you some relief from that. High hopes. You know what? You can, when I'm done with this, I'm going to be posting it to my Facebook at the Sicilian Witch. I'll be posting it to my Instagram at the Sicilian Witch, and
you have for sale on your site.
I will have the oil for sale on my site. Yep, you can. You know what? That's a great. You can use this on a groin pull too, because it's not a mentholated oil and it won't cause any burning in that area. So bergamot's a great oil for a groin pull. Good question. I wish we had smell-o-vision too.
Some people pay extra for the burning.
Well, they might. I don't. Yes. Do you have scarring on your Achilles from the tear, Mary Lake? And what kind of symptoms do you have from the injury there? Let's see. So if you pass this video just before it is done, you can rewrite it. Okay. Let's see. There are stronger oils probably for your Achilles tendon, Mary. If you want to email me, you can email me at aliciaray@thesicilianwitch.com and put Achilles tendon in the topic subject. It's been an open sore like a diabetic. Grafts never worked because I moved my ankle to walk. Okay, you know what? Let's have an email about that. We can do a lot to help that heal up and close. Maybe some things you haven't tried. So let's give me an email, aliciaray@thesicilianwitch.com. If there are let's see, what are your thoughts on turpentine cleansing, and what is a healthier version? Well, for a lot of reasons, I don't think drinking turpentine is really good for you.
No shit.
I use turpentine for oil painting, and I can't imagine putting that down my gullet for anything. Um, what are you wanting to cleanse? There are better ways to cleanse your body without nearly killing yourself. Okay, good. I'm glad you're not thinking about drinking it. Yeah, you use turpentine for stripping wood. um, if you were trying to do an overall cleanse, I would recommend, to rid you of parasites, there are essential oils that can rid you of parasites. There are dry herbs that can rid you of parasites. Um, and maybe, you know what, that's a topic that comes up a lot, and maybe I'll put together something on that so that you guys have some information about it. I think that when you purge parasites from your body, you have to know you're also purging all the healthy flora in your body. And you should have evidence of having parasites as well before you just go listening to a YouTube channel that says, here are the symptoms of parasites, without seeing your body expelling parasites. You will expel parasitic shelling and segments, and it's really vile and nasty.
It'll affect you systemically. You'll know you have some problems.
You will lose weight. You will have skin issues. You will have a host of problems that are very indicative of having parasites, along with if they're topical, like on your skin, you'll have a certain type of set of symptoms. If you have intestinal parasites, you'll have other evidence.
How common are parasites in the United States of America with a clean water system?
With all the chemicals that they put in our water, we can't even get a little tiny bit of bacteria in our food without getting violently ill. If you eat and you get that kind of sick feeling in your stomach, you've got some kind of bug and your body's trying to work it out. You might not throw up, you might not have to rush to the bathroom, but you get that sick, churning feeling in your stomach. You've got some kind of protozoa in your stomach that, if we were drinking fresh stream water, we would already have naturally in our system. So the chemicals that they put in our drinking water here in America, unless you live in Flint, Michigan, you pretty much have drinking water that you're not going to have to encounter that with.
Yeah, our food's relatively safe unless you're, doing your own thing on your own farm and you ingest parasites.
Right, you're using your chicken manure and pig manure and dog manure and things that
you're walking barefoot out there, and
so we could do a turpentine program, or cleansing for parasite type of program. I'll make a note of that. 35% hydrogen peroxide can be taken intravenously. I don't know about that. I know that you can use food grade peroxide by the tablespoon in glasses of water to raise and change your pH and the chemistry in your body, and it's very effective during certain types of illnesses to produce a better environment for your body to heal those illnesses. I rinse my mouth 2 or 3 times a week with peroxide. I gargle with it. At the slightest hint of not feeling well, I do a deep gargle, and I with peroxide and warm water. So maybe we'll do a programming on purging and cleansing your body and how to recover it afterwards. Let's see. Okay, your daughter, who lived in Central America for 6 years, probably has parasites. Lori, email me at aliciaray@thesicilianwitch.com, and we'll talk about what you've done and what other things can be done for her. That's a long topic, and I need more information. Okay. Awesome. Oh, it is on your profile picture. That's cool. AW2019 has a picture of their TPE mug for their profile picture.
Where at?
On D Live.
Okay.
Cool. Let's see. Is there a way to turn my volume up on my microphone?
You're not running through my system.
I know, but I'm asking you here. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to do that.
Which one are you using?
This one.
You can put your gain up.
Okay. Is that any better, Grammy?
That should be good.
Okay. Oh, yes, and don't forget the meme challenge for Corey's program.
No, gift challenge.
It's the gift challenge. It's a gift challenge. A gif of Corey. He wants a gif. There's that little man ghosting in the back. There you are. So do you have any more questions about bergamot today, you guys? Hi, Sunny. Okay, good. Thank you, Grammy. I'm glad you can hear better. Let's scroll back here. So there, a lumpy fruit that smells like heaven. And that is your oil for the month. You're going to sign up for the club? Awesome. Just get on the website and it will send, just fill out the little form there. In fact, let me see if I can grab you a link to it. I'll give you a link to it. Okay. Here's the link to the Oil of the Month Club. And I don't want to take any credit card information from you on that page, so I will. You're welcome, Sunny. I will. When you go to that page, you fill out a little form, and it lets me know you want to join. And then I will send you an email, and we will set up your payment. You'll automatically get a shipment of your oil, the oil that is the oil of the month. Each month, it'll automatically come to you. It's so much fun, and it's a great way to build your apothecary without spending a fortune. Your oil will come to you. It's already blended with jojoba oil at 10%. So it's a little high in the therapeutic range, but you can use it straight out of your bottle without ever having to worry if you need a carrier oil. And you just throw it in your purse or in your backpack and go. And it's always going to be $22 no matter what the oil is. So build your apothecary and have some fun. You guys are awesome. Thanks for supporting me and being here. I love talking about essential oils and what they can do for you and how they come from the plant to you and all of that. So PayPal takes money every transaction. Yes, it does. You'll sign up? Awesome. I'll be looking for your signups. Yeah, it's a really fun way to get to know your essential oils. And I have access to over 100 different oils, and there are 30 varieties of lavender, and there are 5 different types of mint that they press, and there are you know, you can get a sampling. You can get mentha piperata, and you can get mentha X mixta, and you can get um, lavandula spicata instead of lavandula angustifolia. There's all the different varieties that you can get, and they are part of the same family, and they have very separate properties. So it'll be a really fun way to build your apothecary and have some nature there to do some healing for you. All right. Well, that's all I have for today. Join me on Friday morning. I'm going to do a guided meditation, and we'll have a little bit of music that I've put together, and I will walk you through a meditation that I've been writing out, and I would love to have you join me. So I'll see you on Friday morning. Thanks for being here, everybody. Bye.